So let me ask you a question. Do you want to get a software development internship? Landing an internship while in college or when coming straight from a bootcamp? That is the topic of today's video. I will lay out what companies expect from you, specifically based on your college journey or when coming from an alternative learning path like a bootcamp or when completely being self-taught. Then I will also talk about how to adjust your resume and what items you should add to your cover letter. We'll cover referrals, we'll talk about fellowships and how to find companies to apply at for a software development internship. So if this is what you're after, please hit the like button so that I get an idea about making more videos like this one for you. Hi, my name is Christoph Pütz. I'm a senior IT manager with over 22 years of IT experience. More than half of my career I spent working in software development shops, and while I am not a software engineer myself, I do have a deep understanding of this field. So now let's get right into this topic and look at what companies expect from you during the different stages of your development during college or when coming from a software development and coding bootcamp. So now about your options. Your options are definitely more limited after only your first year in college or right after completing a coding bootcamp. But you shouldn't let that hold you back from applying at all. There are a solid number of companies that have internship programs targeted to college freshmen and newcomers coming from a bootcamp. About your location, I do want to point out that having the flexibility with your location will definitely help you in landing an internship. But I know not everyone can temporarily move to another city or state. So now what options are available for freshmen or coding bootcamp graduates? Here in this section I want to highlight Facebook, Google and Microsoft. They each have their own internship programs. Facebook has the Facebook U internship program, then Google has the Engineering Practicum internship program, and last but not least there's Microsoft with the Microsoft Explore internship program. These programs are absolutely worth applying to, especially if you are flexible from a location perspective. But do not just rely on these. It is super competitive to get into these programs and sometimes you might not even be hearing back at all. They are highly competitive, there are so many applicants, so you should keep looking for other internship programs after applying at these programs. Don't dismiss local companies as well in your area. It's actually a great idea to look at companies in your area because you will be surprised sometimes how many companies actually have an internship program, even if software development is not their bread and butter. Or if companies don't list an internship on their career website, sending an email can't hurt. So for that, I would really recommend that you sign up for LinkedIn Premium. Yes, I know it costs a little bit of money. Just do it for a month or two and then contact recruiters with InMail. If you do not know what InMail is, it is a communication tool on LinkedIn only available to those that have LinkedIn Premium. So now as a sophomore or maybe a bootcamp graduate with a little bit more of experience, the expectations of companies about what your level of knowledge is, they change. Once you've already taken or are taking data structures and algorithm classes, you already have that knowledge that you need for this level of internship programs. At this point, if you are looking for your first internship, you should work towards creating a side project or two. Having side projects and what you learn from them, those are important key components to answer behavioral interview questions. And it's also that you can attract attention to your resume through those public projects. Interviews. This is where the fun really begins. So the next step here really is to start preparing for interviews. This includes both behavioral and technical scenarios and related questions. So your data structures and algorithm classes, that's a good start preparing for these technical questions. You'll find plenty of resources online related to these interview questions, so spend some time there doing some research. So next up is the college junior level. As a junior, companies are going to expect you know your data structures and algorithms inside and out. Practice those technical interview questions using both online resources and maybe a whiteboard so that you feel comfortable standing in front of an interview and writing out the answer or solving the problem on a whiteboard. It's really a skill and it takes a little bit of practice. So test this, practice it before, you will feel much more confident when walking into those interviews. With that said, even if you don't have the technical interview questions down, it's still smart to apply as internships open up. So it's definitely better to be early and fail a few interviews than wait until the very last minute and have all the spots to be taken. So really embrace the interviews from that perspective. Chances are you won't get an offer at the first company you interview with, but that's okay. Every interview really can be taken as a learning experience towards your next one. Ideally, internship job descriptions provide some info so that you can prepare appropriately, but you can also ask the recruiter or the hiring manager when making the arrangements for the interview. So preparedness really, that's the critical P here. You should have a fairly robust understanding of data structure and algorithms, as well as how to use them appropriately. So think about it, you're a junior in college at this point. The expectations are significantly higher. So now let's take a look at building your resume when applying at companies for internships. At this stage of your career, your resume should be really just a one-page resume. Don't make this a 2 or 3-page resume. It's overdoing it. If you are a bootcamp graduate and a career changer, identify which roles and companies on your resume would really be important to be listed. Focus on accomplishments. Focus less on job duties in your last job and more on what you actually accomplished, with an emphasis on tangible results. Quantify results. Avoid saying general things like, I improved customer satisfaction, I increased company profits, or I reduced the number of bugs in software. So instead, really provide quantifiable metrics that demonstrate how your work helped the company or made a difference. So let's say you saved X amount of dollars for the company. You reduced the cost by 18%. Your code helped to improve the customer service rate by XYZ%. Adjust your resume to line up with your career intentions. So especially considering that you want to land an internship as a software developer. The summer job after high school at the local ice cream parlor, that doesn't really carry much value and should only be a one-line item on your resume, only showing that you worked during that time, but not really what you did. So it doesn't require much detail at all. You can fit it all onto one page and then really make your case when you talk to the recruiter. Think like a recruiter when you're drafting your resume and make it as easy as possible for them to really find the relevant information quickly. Besides having a well-written summary, ditch the objective and also have a section for your skills. So list out what skills you have. Keywords matter, so that's where the recruiters take a look, but you're also against the applicant tracking systems, and those are the systems where you actually apply for the job, where you upload your resume, and if the keywords are missing, well, your resume moves down to the bottom of the pile. So now for the cover letter. I do recommend writing one and have the following addressed really. Who are you? What can you do for the company, aka why should they hire you for the internship? When can you start? And this really only applies to internships, not regular jobs. Why are you interested in working for that specific company? So think about it. Why are you applying there? Is it really just the internship? That's not enough. So when you write the cover letter, you really want to tell a story in a certain way. And your resume and cover letter, they both should carry the contact information. You might think this is common sense to put your contact information on there, but well, you would be surprised how many resumes people receive and then there is no phone number, no email address, and then it's like, how do you contact those individuals? I also recommend really that you try to find a system that helps you to track your applications. So you can use something like Airtable, you can use a basic Excel spreadsheet. I don't know, there are many different ways. Just keep track of your resumes and cover letters. Also make a copy of the job description so that I have it available just in case it gets removed from the website. So now let's talk about referrals. Having an inside connection at a company or someone that can refer you to a person on the inside at the company, that is usually the best way to land an internship or a job for that matter too. Referrals are a major key, and if you can get them, man, you're in a good spot. So a referral really helps to push you towards the top of the mountain of resumes that companies get every single day. And so this is really your best way to get in. You still need a good looking resume and cover letter, so do not think the referral takes away with that. Look for relationships that you have built through schools, classes, from past internships or clubs. Those are great starting places. All it takes really at that point is a simple ask. So however, there are a few things to keep in mind before you ask for a referral. You primarily want to keep your referral requests to people that you really know more than in just passing. So if they can vouch for you as a person as well as an engineer, man, that would be perfect. They're far more likely to refer you for once, and it carries more value when they talk to the hiring recruiter or hiring manager within the company. So really make those connections count. Now we want to take a look at fellowships. I'm not going to explain to you what the difference is between an internship and a fellowship, but know that both offer an accelerated path to a successful career as a software developer or software engineer. So the first fellowship option I want to bring up is the 8VC Fellowship. The 8VC Fellowship is an enriched summer internship program really designed to foster the technology leaders of tomorrow. Fellows will complete a software engineering internship at one of the 8VC portfolio companies while attending weekly fellowship events at the same time. That's where you meet and learn from notable entrepreneurs, executives and investors in their network. So these can be people from Silicon Valley and beyond. So next we have the Code 2040 Fellowship. As a Code 2040 Fellow, you'll spend an intensive summer career accelerator program between June and August. You'll intern at a top tech company and participate in a series of evening and weekend workshops, really designed to equip you with the tools and the resources that you need to navigate the tech industry and build an exciting career. So now here are a few more fellowship programs for you to check out. I'm not introducing them here in detail, but you can Google them and take a look. So there's a KPCP Fellowship, there's Hackney Fellows Program, VFA or Venture for America. So take a look at those on Google and then see if that is an option that you like, and then of course apply for the program. So and then of course LinkedIn is always a great resource to find internship jobs and to build connections. Getting an internship, that's a lot of work. Let me know in the comments if you are looking for an internship or what your experience has been. I would really like to learn more from you about that experience. So I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.